Hi artist! Okay, now that we've learned a little bit about tints and shades, let's do just a little bit of a review before you move on to how to create artwork this week. So here are just some strips of paint, and you can see the range in value from really light all the way to really dark. And then I think this is helpful to compare the different values of the different colors. Okay, so those look like value scales, but we're using different colors here. Okay, now quick review. If I take a hue and I add white, what will I create? I will create that's right, hello, a tint. It's just a lighter value of the color blue. And then here's a nice little value scale for you so you can see. If I add a lot of white, I'll create a really, really light value. If I add just a little bit of white, it's going to be a darker blue. So this week, you'll have a chance to kind of experiment with that. And a quick review, I take my hue, which is blue, I add black, and I will create a darker blue, and that is called a shade. And so that you can see, if I add a lot of black, I'd create a really, really, really dark blue. And then if I add just a little bit of black, it would be a lighter value of blue. All right, let's move on. Here are some famous artworks, and these are all called monochromatic. So mono means one, chromatic means color. So say it with me. Mono, one, chromatic, color. Awesome. Okay, let's try it again. Mono, one, chromatic, color. Very good. So if it is monochromatic, it means I'm using one color. But the really cool thing about this artwork, in this type of artwork, monochromatic art, is that you see a whole range in value. So from really light blues to really deep and dark blues. And then also here too, you can see the really light blues where it's almost white to such a really dark, dark blue to where it almost looks black. Both of these artworks are by Pablo Picasso, and they're during a period of artwork that he created called the Blue Period. And he created a whole collection of artworks only using blue. Pretty cool, all monochromatic. All right, here's some more examples. This is a very famous painting. You may have seen it. It is by Vincent van Gogh, and it is of sunflowers. But what's cool, and you maybe didn't know this, is that it is monochromatic. Now there's a little bit of green, but he added some yellow to it to make it mostly monochromatic. So you can see the change in value from like really light yellow to really dark yellow. Here's another artwork. This is not a famous one, it's just by a student, but you can see that they stayed with the theme. It's all monochromatic using different shades and tints of green. Here's a few more, just some ideas for inspiration. This week you are able to create any art piece as long as it is monochromatic. Okay. This is like a silhouette they did here of the tree, and then in the background you see the change in values from really light to really dark blue. Even the tree there, even though it looks black, it's actually a really, really dark value of blue. So they had to add a lot of black there. And then here are some examples of my digital artwork that I created. You can see that it's all monochromatic, and I decided to layer my shapes so that it creates the illusion of space. In my next video, I'm going to show you how to create a digital artwork like this. But if you choose to take a screen break this week, you can absolutely create a monochromatic piece of artwork using markers, crayons, colored pencils, or even paint if you'd like. Okay, guys, go to my next video so you can see how to create a digital piece of artwork.